we're going to bring our right knee into our right shoulder. So bringing it in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching legs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing both knees into the shoulders. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left foot flat on the ground, right leg straight out in front of you. We're going to lift the right leg straight up into the air, bringing it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Standing up, kicking your leg out to your side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right arm out to your side and then across your chest. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left arm. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab a quick drink of water and come on back. Okay, when you come back, we're going to start on the ground and we're going to go into a downward dog push-up. So you want to be in a nice downward dog position. You want to press those hips up into the air. You can have your feet as wide as you would like them. And then you're going to bend at the elbows. Head comes between your hands and your mat. And then you're going to push right back. Okay? All right, so finding that nice strong plank position, lift those hips up into the air, and in 2, 1, coming up and going right into that nice downward dog push up, elbows out to your side, press to come back. We're really really trying to push backwards. Thinking about pushing our head back into that nice downward dog position. Pushing back. Nice solid core here. If you need to make this easier, widen your stance out. Take a couple of push-ups, and you can always take a break between your push-ups. Almost there. 2 and 1. Coming on up, we're gonna take a step out from one side to the other, and we're gonna go into a side lunge. When you hit that side lunge, keep this leg nice and straight as you lower down and as you push back up to center. Step out to your other side lunge, focusing on keeping the opposite leg nice and straight. Here we go. 2, 1, and going. Stepping out to one side, hitting that nice lunge, nice straight leg to come back up. Get nice and low. Keep your chest up. Try not to let your chest come down towards the ground. We want to keep those shoulders over those hips. Really push hard from one side to the other. Almost there. Two and one. Let's go back down to the ground. We're gonna do some core work. So we're gonna lay on the ground. We're gonna have our hands gently behind our head, and we're gonna do bicycles. So we're gonna bring our right knee in, left elbow goes across our body to the right elbow, and then left knee in, right elbow across to left knee. 2, 1, and going. Keeping your core engaged. Straighten the leg all the way out. Almost there. Keep that core engaged. Nice rotations, and 2, 1. Coming back up, we're gonna take a nice wide stance, about as wide as you were going in those side lunges. And we're gonna go back to the side lunge, except we're really gonna think about keeping our hips low. So we're gonna be hips low and push. One side, pushing to the other side. Really thinking about the inner thigh as that push is happening from one leg to the other, okay? All right, so pick one side, and in 2, 1, lower down. and then really push with this inner thigh, keeping your hips low. And now push to go from one side to the other. Keep going. Keep that chest up. Keep your shoulders back. Push. And 2, 1. Nice. We're going to go back down to the ground. You want to find a nice solid plank position, and we're going to go into an offset push-up. So one hand is going to be up and one hand is going to be down. We're going to do push-ups with one hand high and low, and then I'm going to say switch, and we're just going to switch. Our other hand's going to go high, the other hand will go low. So offsetting your push-up, one hand in front, one hand behind, and in 2, 1, going. So nailing that plank, lowering down, and driving to come up. Keep your core nice and tight. And 2, 1, switch your hands and going. Two, and 1. Staying on the ground. We're gonna flip onto our back. Knees are gonna be bent, feet are gonna be flat on the ground, shoulders are gonna come up, and we're gonna come into heel taps, going from side to side. And then I'm gonna say switch, and we're gonna go just into a hold, and then we'll switch again, going into the heel taps. Here we go, 2, 1, and heel taps. Side to side. Boom. And switch, just right into that hold, keeping your shoulder blades up off the ground. Being nice and static. And back to side on those heel taps. And static hold again. And 2, 1. Staying right down on the ground. Your hands are going to come up, and then bring your elbows to the ground, out to your side, and then you're going to press into your elbows and lift your chest up off the ground. Here we go. 2, 1, and going. Press, lifting the chest up off the ground. Squeeze your shoulder blades together as you push and lift yourself up. Really push those elbows into the ground. Almost there. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. 2 and 1. Nice. Grabbing a quick drink of water. Come on back. We're going to go right back down to the ground. When you come back down, we're going to have one heel up in the air, the other heel fully planted on the ground. Hands will be at your sides. We're going to press and drive our hips up, and then we're going to lower them right back down. Okay, so pick a leg, whatever leg you want to start with. Knee bent, your other foot's up in the air, and here we go. 2, 1, and going. Drive. Really focus on your hips, making sure that you're lifting those hips up equally and you're not letting your hips rotate as you come up. Focus on your lower back. We're not arching through that lower back. Your core is tight and engaged. Forcing the movement into your backside. Two and 1. Switch your legs. So other heel firmly planted on the ground, leg up in the air, and in 2, 1, going. Again, focus on those hips, making sure that you're pressing up equally, focusing on the lower back, making sure that you're not arching through your lower back. Two and 1. Staying on the ground, we're gonna go right into flutter kicks. So we're gonna bring our heels up and nice straight legs if you can. We're gonna flutter those legs up and down. Here we go, 2, 1, and going. Nice flutter kicks. You can always bend your knees to make the flutter kicks a little easier. With knees bent, we think about lifting the heels up into the air and lowering them down. As you build the core strength, you can begin to straighten the legs out slightly until you can straighten your legs completely. And then go for those nice rapid flutter kicks. Almost there. Keep it going. Keep it going. Two and one. Rest. Knees are gonna go, heels are gonna go on the ground, knees are gonna be bent, heels are gonna be close together, and we're gonna let our knees open up out to our side. We're gonna go into a butterfly hip press where we're gonna lift and raise those hips up into the air. Here we go. 2, 1, and going. Nice butterfly hip presses. Again, we're checking in with our core, making sure you're nice and tight. And then lifting and raising, hips up into the air. And 2, 1. Rolling onto one side. You're going to be on your side. We're going to take that top leg and we're going to raise it up into the air. We're going to bring it right back down. So a nice raise up and right back down. You can start with the easier progression of this, which is keeping the hip down on the ground. The harder progression is to come up into that complete side plank and raise up and right back down. Just know that after this, we are going to go into an actual side plank. So choose wisely here. All right, here we go. 2, 1, and going. Raising the leg up and down. We're really thinking about lifting with our outer glute here. Controlling the raise and the lower. Keep those hips stacked. Go right up into that. Nice straight leg up. Getting ready to go into a side plank, and in 2, 1, and up into a side plank. Staying on the same side where you were just doing the leg lift. Keep your hips stacked. Keep your hips raised. Almost there, almost there. And 2, 1, switch. We're going to your other side. We're gonna start with that leg raise. And here we go, 2, 1, and going. So nice straight leg, raising up and down. Keep working on lifting that leg up. Focus on keeping those hips stacked as you're going into these leg lifts. Two, one, coming right up into that side plank. Almost there, almost there. And 2, 1, nice. Resting it out and coming on up. So we're gonna go into a little bit of balance on this next one. We're gonna stand on one foot. We're gonna bring your knee up to your chest, and then from the knee being in this position, we're gonna start to hinge and kick that leg nice and straight out back behind us. Find your balance with your chest parallel to the ground, and then sweep and bring that knee right back up to center. Okay, so finding the balance, pick whatever leg you like. And in 2, 1, knee to your chest, and then begin to hinge at the waist, straightening the leg out as your chest becomes parallel. Finding your balance for a second or two, and then coming right back to the beginning. And just taking your time with this. Really working on the balance. Trying to go through the fluid movement with as minimal touches as possible. So shoulders are back, chest is up, core is tight and engaged. Grounding through all parts of your leg. And 2, 1. Nice. So we're going to go to the other leg. Other side, standing up tall, shoulders back, and 2, 1. Knee to your chest. And then hinging. And kicking that leg back behind you. And 2, 1. Nice. Shake your legs out. Grab a quick drink of water. Come on back. Got another round. Okay. When you come back, we're going to go down to the ground. We're going to find a seated position with our knees bent and our both feet are facing in one direction. So I've got both my feet going to my left side. From here, without my hands, what I really want to do is engage my core, lift my body up, press my hips forward, and then have a seat right back down, okay? If you need to, you can always use your hands. Use your hands to walk yourself all the way out and come all the way up and then go all the way back down using your hands to walk you back down. Try not to, and here we go. 2, 1, and going. Engage through your core. Lift those hips up, press the hips forward, and then sit right back down. Lift to come up, sit right back down. Almost there on this side. We're going to switch our legs, and in 2, 1, switch your legs, and in 2, 1, going, coming right back up and right back down. Remember that every side of your body is different. So this other side might feel easier to do. It might feel harder. You might need that help of your hands to bring you up. That's okay. We're just working through some glute and pelvis work here. And 2, 1. We're going to go onto one hand. We're going to go into a plank position in that one hand. We want that hand to be centered out in front of us. So we're going to hold a plank with one arm. If you need, you can always go to your knees for this, but you do want a wide stance with your feet. And then we'll hold the plank with one arm, and then we'll switch and hold the plank with our other arm. All right, here we go. 2, 1, and going. Hand on the ground, legs are wide, nail your plank. The first thing that you're going to want to think about is your hips. We want to make sure that we're not rotating open to that opposite arm. You want to make sure your hips are down, you're nice and tucked in, and you're nice and flat. You can always drop to your knees, keeping your hips pushed forward, nailing that plank position here. Stay nice and flat, locking in with that solid core. Shoulders are in line. We don't want those shoulders to rotate open. We've got just a few more seconds here. 2 and 1. Nice. So we're going to switch and go to our other side. And 2, 1. Coming up and going. So again, this side of our body might be different. You might have a tendency to rotate on this side. You might be more susceptible to going to the knees on this one, just because this feels like a stronger position and you're challenging yourself more here. Shoulders again are still in check and in line. Hips are still pushed forward, and we're not rotating through our waist. So we're staying nice and locked in, holding this single arm plank. And 2, 1. Coming on up. We're going to go into a pendulum lunge. So with the pendulum lunge, we want to use one leg. We're going to ground that one leg. Our other leg will be our moving leg. So we'll step forward, bend our knee, lower down into that lunge. Big step back, bend the knee, lower down into that step back lunge. Here we go. 2, 1, and going. Stepping forward, nice lunge, back. We're really chasing our plank with this, making sure that in that lunge, we're going ear, shoulder, hip, and knee are in line. You're lowering straight down and driving straight back up. Again, keeping that core engagement. Two, 1, switch your legs, and 2, 1, going. Forward lunge. Ears, shoulders, hips in line. Lowering straight down. Driving straight back up. Two, and one. Nice. We're going to go back down to the ground. We're going to lay down on our backs. And we're going to go into a split leg raise or a split leg lower. So both legs are going to go up into the air. We're going to lower one leg down to the ground. Bring that leg back up. Then our other leg goes down to the ground and brings that leg back up. All right, here we go. 2, 1, and going. One leg down, up, other leg down, up. Almost there. 2, and 1. You are done, done, and done. Nice job. Grab a quick drink of water. Come on back. We'll stretch. Send you on your way. Okay, when you come back, take a nice wide stance. We want to squat all the way down, bringing our elbows to our knees and pushing our knees apart with our elbows. Really trying to sink those hips down nice and low. Turn and rotate one knee, lowering down towards the ground. And then turn, rotate. Other knee down towards the ground. Turn, rotate, coming back to center. Straighten both legs out. And then walk your hands across to one leg. And then walk your hands across to the other leg. Come back to center. Stand on up. Left foot, left hand, grabbing hold. Pulling those legs back. Release. Right hand, right foot. Pulling the legs back. And release. Right arm across your chest. Release. Left arm across your chest. Release. Interlace your fingers. Pull your chest up. Pull those hands back. Tilt and lean to one side. Back to center. Tilt and lean to the other side. Back to center. Release your hands and you are done.